must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? So this is just a little update to last week's Rokoko office hours, where we ran into a little bit of trouble creating our Dune kind of inspired scene with the litany against fear with the metahumans right at the end of the stream. So turns out it was a super easy solution, but I just kind of wanted to walk through what I did, as well as show some of the process of how I ended up actually recording and rendering out the final product, and also showing you the final product. So let's jump into the process of fixing that metahuman head issue, which we ran into at the end of last week's stream. So I thought that it might have been a problem with the entire project. It turns out, of course, it was not. It was just a weird little bug thing. So I did end up going back through and redoing all of the things that we did in the stream. I set up my metahumans, I changed the modify curve for the lower lip, all the things we covered in the stream. And where we ran into trouble last week was with this funny bug right here. So when we went into sequencer and we added in our facial mocap to our metahuman right here, we did the same thing that we do use in this workflow that we have in our tutorials. Right here, we add the scene, the animation, and the head kind of popped down into the body. And so eventually, what I figured out was if you just go and you change the animation mode to blueprint, it fixes it. I don't know why, but that was the solution, and it totally was working from there. So from there, it was just a simple matter of setting up some lights, and then I went and added some cameras, I ended up animating only a single camera for the entire scene, and that way, I didn't have to deal with multiple cameras or whatever, and I just keyframed the camera for all the different shots. And, this is me playing around with all the different shots. In particular, shots of the eyes for the metahumans just look unbelievable. Right here, they just look so good, those eyes, especially if you get the focus really, really tight on the eyeball. So I rendered everything out. As you can see here, get to the end here, actually hit render. Whenever I'm actually rendering out of Unreal, I do it in the movie render queue, which I think is kind of standard practice these days. And I added my level sequence. I do a PNG, so I added my PNG sequence. Then I add anti-aliasing. Then I add custom numbers for that. I did 8 and 8, and then I also always add some render warm-up frames because I had particles in the scene, and I just wanted to make sure everything was vibing before the actual render started. So I just always make this 120, render warm-up frames, accept, render local, and our render began. Let me skip forward a little bit here. Yeah, here it is. So this is the render. Looks super good. Ooh, look at these eyes. And then I actually went in After Effects and masked out the eyes a bit, turned them more blue, kind of gave them that Dune Arrakis look, and added a bunch of sound effects over my lame voice, and created the actual the final product, which I can transition to right now, and that's gonna kind of be it for this update. Without further ado, enjoy the finished product, and we'll see you on the next stream, which is on Thursdays at 11 a.m. PDT. I'm back in San Francisco, so gonna be doing it from my home office again, out of the garage, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye everyone. Enjoy the video.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration. I will face my fear. I will let it pass over and through me. And when it has gone past, I will turn the inner eye to see its path. Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain.